Okay, so good morning once again. Okay, so let's have the continuation of our discussion yesterday. So again, we are with our 8-week lesson, and yesterday we already discussed uh, the topic about leadership. So this was the things or the topics we discussed yesterday: the meaning of leadership, the 4 factors of leadership, and also the different leadership styles. Now for this morning, we will gonna discuss the qualities and traits of a leader and the leadership theories, and lastly is the types of power in the workplace. Okay, now let's begin. Okay, so balikan lang natin, no, ang definition ng leadership. Again, when you talk of leadership, it is the process. It is a process whereby an individual influence a group of individuals to achieve a common goal. So, isa siyang proseso, no, na ginagamit ng isang leader, ng isang individual, ng isang tao para ma-influence yung iba, yung mga kasamahan niya, to accomplish a certain goal, a certain task. Okay? Now, for you to become an effective leader, the author of the book that we are using in the person of Carol Ditan shared 16 traits, and qualities. So as we go along with the discussion, I hope that you're gonna listen very well and not just listen and not just pay attention for this subject alone, but I am hoping as well that you're gonna embrace, you're gonna apply these qualities, as you go along with the journey that you have. Because again, let me emphasize that when becoming a leader does not only bound to having position. Again, anyone can become a leader. Anyone can influence others to move. Everyone or anyone can influence others to work, okay, or to accomplish something. Okay. Okay, so the first quality and trait of a leader, or that a leader should have, is the integrity and the trustworthiness. Okay, again, integrity and the trustworthiness. Or kung sa Bisaya pa, integrity means the quality of being, or I mean, or an explanation ng integrity is the quality of being honest, no? Or ikaw tong tao nga ikaw tong tao na matinud-anon, no? You have the trait of being honest. So again, you have the integrity. Ikaw tong tao na matinud-anon, or sa pay other term truthful, no? Truthful ka sa imong mga ginabuhat. At the same time, trustworthiness is ikaw yung tao na pwedeng masaligan. So this is the very first quality and trait na kailangan magkaroon or kailangan present sa isang leader. Siyempre, no, when you lead, you are expected to what do you call that? To lead your follower, to lead your subordinates, to lead your team members. So with that, you need to become honest, and also they can have, your members can have the feeling that they can trust you. So that's integrity and trustworthiness. Now we have another quality and trait of a leader, which is the dedication. So dedication means spending whatever time or energy is necessary to accomplish the task at hand. Now, maraming leader na nakita natin either in the politics ba, or yung mga may posisyon ha, either in the politics or either in the company, or even in small organizations, na they say, okay, I can do better for this position, I can do better, I have better plans, I have a lot of things that I can share with. Pero, pag panahon ng ating trabaho, no, dili sila committed, dili sila all the time na adito to help, to extend help, or to guide their followers or their members, no? With that, ma-defeat, mawala ang kaninga trait kung dito nimo siya gina-practice. Kasi nga, when we say dedication, it means you spend whatever time or energy is necessary. Imuhang yung ibutang ang imuhang time, ang imong effort, ang imong energy, no? Just to finish the job or just to finish the task that you were given to. Now, a leader must lead by example and inspire dedication, doing whatever it takes to complete the next step toward the vision. So, siyempre, pag dedicated ka, nahatag mo yung time, nahatag mo yung energy, with that, you're gonna lead by example. So, pamarisan pud ka, or kung sa Bisaya pa, sundugon pud ka sa imong mga follower kasi nakita nga nila that you really have given your time. Becoming a leader, or if you wanted really to become a leader, you really need to devote your time. No, how do you know that you have devoted your time? Sometimes you compromise other things over what is really important. No? When I would just wanted to share, when I was a youth leader before, I think way back 2009, no, mga 2009, college days ko pa noon, naging household head ako ng isang religious community, specifically under sa Youth for Christ. So those time no, na nakita ko na merong mga times actually na hindi ako makapunta sa family gathering, though I made sure that I am with them. Kung kunwari pupunta man ako, but I cannot devote my whole hour, whole time talaga sa family kasi meron akong commitment, no, na kailangan puntahan. Let's say merong mga youth camp, let's say kinuha ako na speaker, no, may mga conferences, even the birthday of my papa, no, I had mga years then na hindi, siguro mga 2 years na hindi ako naka-celebrate with him nung buhay pa ang papa ko kasi nga I need to choose between my commitment, between my dedication in serving the Lord, no, sa Youth for Christ, over the temporary celebration I have with my family. No, kasi anyway, makabawi man ako. Ang thinking ko doon na dati is, pwede mo ako makabawi anytime, can celebrate na anytime. Pero, I was, during that time kasi kanang mura og anong good kay ko ato, kanang, my heart was really for serving. So, I really devoted my time, my energy, no, even my own allowance just to really attend mga conferences and mga gatherings sa Youth for Christ. So that is an example of dedication. No, you really devote your time and your energy just to do the job that you are being tasked with. Okay? So whenever you have questions, do not hesitate. Kindly raise your heart. Kindly chat in the group chat or here in the chat box para alam ko din if ever gusto niyo pa ipa-expound ang meaning. Okay, now let's proceed to the third quality and trait, which is the magnanimity. So this means giving credit where it is due. So a magnanimous leader ensures that credit for success are spread as widely as possible throughout the company. Or the magnanimity is a process of being magnanimous. Pag sinabi nating magnanimous, yung parang you are generous, no? You are great in mind and heart. No, both kanang muraog sa Bisaya kanang malipayon ka, you are generous enough, no, both mind and heart. Let's say someone did the job, no, you will really give credit to that person. Oy, very good. Na mag ibang tao nga kaubanan niya din ikaw ang nag-lead. Tapos nabuhat to niya nga ta siya ang naka-accomplish pero imong gina-take ang credit. Okay. Ako ang nagbuhat ani and so on. No. But if you are a leader, now you need to have that quality of being magnanimous, or there is magnanimity. Now, meaning you are again you are great in mind and heart. With that, you really give credit, no, to what is due, kung para kinsa gyud ang credit, para kinsa gyud ang sa term ana I mean para kinsa gyud dapat may hatag ang credit. Dili kay ang puno nimo nga ikaw naka-accomplish ani nga isa ka butang. Okay? Now, this helps other people feel good about themselves and draws the team closer together. Siyempre, pag ma-feel nila nga, okay, maayo kay si boss, no? Kay misla nang siya ang leader na to, kay iyag yung gina-share or iyag yung gina-pa-feel sa atua that our work is really valuable. Itong ginatrabaho good is kanang gina-appreciate yun niya, no? Ginatagaan yun niya og chance nga mag-show up. Wala gyud niya ginaangkon ang tanan nga credit. Okay, so that's becoming magnanimous, or the quality of magnanimity. Then number 4, humility and modesty. So we all know what is humility, no? It's the art of being humble, magpakumbaba ka. Now, well, modesty, this means not showing too much, no? Kanang murag simple lang ka, ikaw tong tao nga dili ka humble, no? Kung unsa man ang naa din, you have accomplished a thing. So okay, so that's it. That's already a fulfillment in you. Di na kailangan na mag-brag, no? Mostly sa atin, baka may matamaan dito, bato-bato sa langit, tamaan wag magalit. Maka-accomplish lang kita isa ka butang gamay, no, kay i-brag din nato, i-post din nato sa social media, no, kanang I mean it's okay to share, no, kasi even at times when my emotion is in when I am at the peak of my emotion, I really also tend to share in social media. Pero ngayon, mas na-realize ko na there's no difference when you share it publicly in social media and keeping it in my own. No, it has the same satisfaction I get. No nga naman og dili din ako i-post sa social media. Kasi when you post it in social media, it's like bragging kanang mura kag manghambog gani nga nga ani na kay ang uban maka sabi na makapalit o bagong sakyanan o pa-post din sa Facebook. Maka-renovate og balay, post din sa Facebook. Maka-accomplish og unsa pang mga butanga, post din sa Facebook, no? A leader should contain in himself, or should ask him or herself what is really the essence of the things that he or she is doing. No, dili niya kailangan ihambog, dili niya kailangan ipahibalo sa tibuok kalibutan unsa iyang mga nabuhat or unsa iyang mga kailangan ng ipang unsa iyang mga na-accomplish. Okay, so always bear this in your mind to become humble and become modest. Then number 5, another quality and trait is openness. No? So openness means being able to listen to new ideas, and even if they do not conform to the usual way of thinking. So if someone share, no, from the group a specific idea or an opinion, you are that kind of person that is willing to accept, na open ka, mag-conform ka sa you do not necessarily conform to the usual way. Pwede kang mo-deviate sa unsa man inyong naandan kasi nga you are open, no? In other way, you can have flexibility, no? Flexible ka kung unsa man ang nasa situation, yan ay mas better nga option. Ya mamino ka sa imong mga team members, sa imong subordinates, sa imong colleagues, mas okay na siyang idea, then you are that kind of leader. No, you have a good quality and trait, no, na leader. So it's really better kasi nga also the advantage of this is the members or the your colleagues, your subordinates will feel that you are valuing their opinion, their suggestions. Kasi nga, gina-accept nimo, gina-acknowledge nimo ilahang mga suggestion. Okay? Let me pause in that quality or trait to entertain some questions if you have. Question, clarification. Okay ra ba akong pagka-explain? Dili ba karat ka akong tingog?
Okay lang po, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay lang, ma'am.
Sige. So, may I continue? Okay lang? Sige. Okay, let me continue. So, let's proceed to the sixth quality and trait of a leader, which is the creativity. So, when you talk of creativity, this is defined as the ability to transcend, no? To transcend traditional ideas, rules, patterns, relationships, and to create meaningful new ideas, methods, interpretations, and patterns. Or when you say transcend, you go beyond ba to the traditional idea. Kung, like, it's like dati, baka ng mga pen, it's just used really for writing. Pero it's like creativity and innovation works as one, no, as one function na merong mga like pen na meron ng flashlight, may mga pen na merong mga laser, no, may mga pen na nga minsan na merong pambura, no. So with that, ginamitan mo siya ng creativity. You transcend from the traditional idea, from the traditional design. No, meron kang other na in-incorporate sa traditional way or sa naanda na nimo nga ginabuhat, no. In that way you become creative, no. What else? Example, you have a certain rule and then you tend to express other ways, no, for that specific rule or for that specific procedure to become better, then in that way you become creative. So again, this is really needed in becoming a good leader or an effective leader. And number 7, we have fairness and equity. So this means dealing with others consistently and justly. Siyempre, you look, no, all or everyone equally, no, fairly, consistently na equal, no, or just, pantay-pantay tanan. Siyempre, mahirap na ikaw na leader, meron kang ginapaboran, meron kang favoritism, no? So, base dira pa noon mag-cause, dira pa magsugod ang conflict within the group. Okay? So number 8, we have assertiveness. Now, this is the ability to state one's expectation clearly to minimize misunderstanding. Or sometimes this is being misunderstood. No, assertive manggod ka. No, assertive is a good way. No, assertive meaning you have expressed your feelings. You have exerted. I mean, you have explained your point of view in a clear manner, no, without being aggressive. Assertiveness being gina-explain lang nimo sa imong point of view, sa imong paminaw nga tama, sa imong paminaw nga maayo nga idea, maayo nga punto, and without being aggressive. So, mga tao nga aggressive nga kung unsa nilang idea mo, gyud ni kanang usahay masuko sila, mag-rant, usahay maninghag para lang gyud voice out nila ang ilahang mga opinion, ilang mga suggestion. Now, a leader does not do that. Dapat siya maging assertive. Ina-express niya ang iyahang expectation, iyahang gusto na sa loobin, or iyahang idea or opinion, but should be in a clear manner, no? Or maka-avoid siya of misunderstanding. Okay, so that's a quality of a leader. Another, number 9, is charisma. So we already discussed this yesterday, a charismatic leader. So when you have a charisma, this means that you have that magnetic personality and the personal magic of leadership which some possess naturally. Maraog, ikaw tong you have that quality na magstorya pa lang ka. No, it's like mabira na nimo ang mga tao, mamagnet na nimo ang mga tao. Now, leaders who have charisma are able to arouse strong emotions in their employees by defining a vision which unites and captivates them. So, yun ang sinabi ko kapag yung example natin si Mayor Vico, di ba? So, si Mayor Vico saved 1.2 billion no sa ilang panglungsod ng asa gini si Mayor Vico sa anyone? Yes, Korean, kaibigan?
Pasig, ma'am.
Pasig. Ayan, sa Pasig, si Mayor Vico, di ba? So, if you have watched and heard from the news, Pasig, the city of Pasig saved 1.2 billion. Why? Because Mayor Vico made sure na baba ang kanilang presyo. Or something, baba ang mga presyo sa ilang mga pamalitunon. No? So, in that way, nakasave sila sa, yun na nga, yung 1.2 billion. And igawaran nga siya sa US ng award, no, na something more on the anti-corruption or dili siya corrupt na politician na ganon. So charisma, having a charisma, si Mayor Vico, makita natin siya, di ba? Aside from the fact nga pogi gyud si Mayor Vico, no? Kanang manuriya gani siya, kanang what you call that, kanang makapaminaw gyud ka sa iya ba? Even me, mag-scroll lang ako sa Facebook. Pag naanagay mo labay nga Mayor Vico na gani na mga news or something, I really tend to stop and I really read the article. Kasi meron siyang magnetic personality that drives people to come to him. No, yan. So kaya makita din natin naman that Pasig is really known, no? Especially that Mayor Vico assumed the mayor position. So yan, that's being charisma. That's charisma. Magnetic person. Anyone can have this kind of quality, no? Paano? Syempre, you need to work it out. No? Kung dili man init sa imo wala man ka natawo nga naay charismatic personality, you can earn it somehow. How? You need to develop yourself, no? You read, you experience a lot of things, you need to have or you need to expose yourself from things which you are not limited to para mas ma-explore nimo ang imong kagalingon, then mas mag-grow ka. With that, no, kung magmanurya na ka, na kay mga i-share, then people will gonna listen to you. And with that, you're gonna develop magnetic personality. Okay, another, number 10, we have sense of humor. Let me emphasize it dili man tanan niya, example, nag-eskwela, nagtinarong, nag-self-develop, na naningkamot na maging knowledgeable, charismatic na kay depende po na siya nagnapo na siya sa tao kanang it's like the magic of a person nga kalmado siya and so on. Pero kung ikaw tong tao nga bright kaayog yun pero hambog po ka manulya, you can never really have a charisma to people or to other people. Okay? So number 10, we have sense of humor, no? Aside from these things, no? Aside from the 15 things, no? One of aside from the 15 things na i-discuss pa nako sa sunod, no? One sa 16 quality and traits is that ang leader helps relieve tension, no? Boredom, and diffuses hostility, no? Aside sa fact nga ng seryoso dapat siya sa iyahang what you call that, iyang mga ginatrabaho, but syempre dapat dili pod killjoy ni si dapat si leader na dapat maka-relieve siya sa tension. How? Syempre kanang ma-feel sa mga tao nga relax, kanang dili sila ma-boring, no? Helps smooth over tense moments in board meetings, committee meetings, and annual gatherings. Like, example, mag-crack siya ng mga jokes, no, seryoso na kayo sa meeting na maraog closely na mag-away, pero siya itong person nga mubat in, and then everyone will feel like being relaxed, no? Mawala na ang mga aligot-got kasi siyempre yun na nga, mag-share siya ng mga jokes or mag-share siya ng mga stories that will feel or that will let the members feel at ease, no? Or mawala ang tension. So dapat naakaana nga quality as a leader. Okay, lisod kaayo kung seryoso ra pud kaayo ka all the time, and do not take life too much too much seriousness. No, napud tayo dapat time nga syempre magkatawa, malilipay. No, part man na sadness and happiness are part of our life. But dili gyud dapat nato i-deprive atong kaugalingon na maglipay. Then number 11, we have emotional stability. So this is defined as the individual's steadiness of mood, ability, and withstand minor setbacks, also failures, difficulties, and other stresses without becoming upset emotionally. So, naamong yung mga tao nga magka-problema lang sila, di ba? Karon sa labo na karon hinaot sa inyo ha, wala gyud maghuna-huna, no? Mga mag-suicide, di ba? Daghan kita na ano sa news na mag-suicide, ma-depress, no, naakoy mga kaila pod some na mga students, even students, ano lang sila, ma-stress sila sa ilang academic endeavor, na mag-post din sa social media, I'm so stressed, gusto na ko mamatay, unsa pa ba ilang ginapang rant, no, hay kakapoy sa kinabuhi, unya, kung tan-awon nimo, no, unsa jud kadako ang imong problema over the things that you have been reaping for for many years, no? Count your blessing, do not count your dismay, do not count your failures, do not count your difficulties, kay kung mas gina-count lang gud nimo ng mga negative things happening in your life, dili na gud magsugod ang depression. Why not count your blessing, no? Just by waking up early in the morning, it's already a blessing. Makadili tanan makamatagod, diba? Naiuban na mamblema pa og pagkaon sa ilang kaunon, sa puntag, sa paniudto, sa panihapon. Kita, we're so lucky that we belong in the average level. Na makakaunta, makapamahaw, paniudto, panahapon, mas abundan pa gani kay makasnacks pa ta. No? So, those things are already blessing. No? Those things are already things that can let us or help, those are the things that we can feed to ourselves, that we are so lucky enough, to treasure, to value the life that we have. Now, talking of emotional stability, a leader should have a stable emotion despite mga stress, mga problems, mga difficulties, mga failures, mga setbacks ng iyang maagian. No, kay normal na siya sa kinabuhi gyud, makaagi gyud ta, wala gyud tao nga walay problema. No? Tanan jud ta makaagi og problema, tanan jud ta makaagi og mga challenges. The thing is, never give up and have emotional stability. No, kaya nimo i-withstand, kaya nimo atubangon, kaya nimo motindog despite sa mga problema, despite sa failure, despite sa mga panghitabo nga dili maayo sa imong kinabuhi. How would you do that? Dili man tanan, no, kay mingon man sila na mingon po na depression is not a joke, no? Mingon lang mo nga nagpa-depress lang na siya, nag-char, nag-atik-atik. Yes, that's really true, no? Kasi sila tong mga tao nga dili kabalo mo dala sa ilang problema. Konting problema lang gamay, mag-stress din, mag-inom-inom dayon, magwara-wara din sa problema, ang uban mag-drugs pa. No, do not let that happen. Have an emotional stability. Say to yourself na kaya ra nako ni, no? If you believe in God, then pray. Pray the hardest, no? There are two formula in life to succeed: prayer and work. I always have that in my life yun ever since. No, pray and work lang yun. Wala yun imposible. Kasi mag-pray lang po kasi na po gagampo, Lord, tabangi ko, Lord. Wa po kay work, wa po kay gawa, wala po na. Kung sige lang po kag trabaho, dili po nimo apilan og pag-ampo, wala gyapon, dili gyapon ka maging successful. So the key to emotional stability is the prayer and work talaga. Dapat mo talagang i-work out 'yon. All right? Then we have conscientiousness. Conscientiousness reflects the degree to which a person is dependable, responsible, perceiving, and is achieving oriented. Also, it shows itself in concern for following established rules. A conscientious people or person also have a need for order and tend to be very self-disciplined and are task-focused and high concern for legal and rules issues are ethical and have a very high standard of excellence. Or ikaw kung when you talk of being conscientious, you are that kind of person nga kanang gusto nimo tama ang tanan, no? You think that the thing that you do, that you always do, are correct, ay kanang sa tama gyud siya ba? Yung conscientious ka nga tao, mahadlokon ka o makabuhat og mga mali. No, mahadlok ka na makabuhat og kasi time ana ka nang maka-deviate ka ba, mo-deviate ka sa standard. No? And a leader should really have to be conscientious. No? They be a person that can become dependable, kana masaligan ka. Kay tungod, you always think what is right. Okay? So that's being conscientious. Then we have tough-mindedness. Okay? It's quite connected with emotional stability. Kasi when you are emotionally stable, you need to have a tough mind. No? When you say tough mind or tough-mindedness, no, a good leader are strong-willed, vigorous, and steadfast. So they face facts and difficulties with strength and determination. They are realistic and also resolute. They are practical, logical, and straight to the point, and also they have low sentimental attachment and are compatible with criticism. So, kanang kung sa Bisaya pa kanang isog ka, not isog nga kanang kanang manghamon ka, no? The tough-mindedness, which is sa Bisaya na kanang lig-on ka yon, no? Lig-on ka ba sa tanaw sa may mahitabo, no? I-criticize man ka, dili daghan na gyud mga tao karon nga mag-post ka sa Facebook or unsa lang imong suoton, unsa lang may masturya, i-criticize tayong kadaghan kay sila masturya against you. But if you are a leader, dapat magmalig-on ka. Dapat tough-minded ka. Know that whatever happens, whatever difficulties you may face in, dapat you stay grounded. Okay, you stay grounded. That's becoming tough-minded or having tough-mindedness. Then we have self-assurance. No? So when we say self-assurance, leaders should show confidence and poise. Okay, so self-assurance, no? So they are secure and must be free from doubt or guilt. So they believe in themselves and their abilities and show authority and certainty in their work and decisions. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabing self-assurance, ibig sabihin ang leader is really confident, no? Kampante siya sa iyang kaugalingon, no? A leader should let the members feel that he or she knows what he or she is doing. Diba? Kalisod kaayo kung mismo ang leader walay self-assurance, unsaon na lang to niya pag-share, unsaon na pagtabang sa uban nga mismo siya sa iyang kaugalingon, dili man siya confident, wala man siya assurance nga makaya niya buhaton ang usa ka butang. Okay, so dapat confident gyud ta natin self-assurance when we want to become a leader, because after all, again, leadership is influencing others. Nya unsaon nimo pagka influence sa uban kung dili ka self-assured, dili ka confident sa imong ginapang buhat. Then we have maturity, the ability to react, cope, and reason in an appropriate way in a given situation. So maturity is gained through experience. A good leader should know how to deal with crisis and makes decisions toward the success of the organization and for the benefit of the employees. So again, maturity, ibig sabihin, di ba, pag mature ta, when given in or when put in a certain situation, we can react, no? Yung tamang reaction, we can cope, we can reason out kasi nga you have mature thinking. Pero minsan when you are put in a situation, I don't want to generalize, but maybe some of you don't know what to do. No, example, mabagsak sa exam, mabagsak sa klase. No, unsa man ang imong pag-cope ana, ang uban kay mundang nalag-eskwela, ang uban kay ibagsak ang maestra sa sunod na evaluation, kay mudyo na siyang maestra nga nagbagsak sa ako ano, di ko ganahan na niya human wala ka nag self-assessment, wala ka nag-think sa imong kaugalingon nga anong nabagsak ako ato nga klase no, anong gamay ka ako ato nga klase no. Kuanday ko, if you are mature, you can think, okay, wala day ko nagtinarong ato, wala day na ako gitarong answer ako mga exams, sa mga quizzes, wala day ko nag oral recitation, bantog day gamay ko, no? So that's having maturity. You know how to cope up. No, you know you have the ability to react. No, you have the ability to reason out. Kanang not reason out nga pasagad lang po ka mag-reason out, pasagad lang po ka react. Pero kanang pinag-isipan gyud ba? And again, maturity entails to gain or entails experience. Now, you can gain maturity through experience. Munang di ka makaingon nga matured na ko at age 11, matured na ko at age 14. Because when tested by situation, by experience, by an event, lagi yung mga times nga dili gyud da makabalo sa buhaton. Kay tungod dili pa tayong anak ka experienced. Even me, no, at my age, going 30 na ako, I cannot really say that I am really fully matured. Pero with the experiences that I have, when I am put in a situation, when I am put in a certain event, I can somehow react, I can somehow cope up, and I made sure that I think, no, for a second before I do things. Ako ang state karon ha, dati, unsa akong storya lang jud ko, kundi ko ganahan, masuko ko, storya lang yun, rantang yun, no, mutubag yun. Pero karon no, at sa leveling ba, sa mga experience nga nakuha, no, not just the age, kasi age is just a number, tinuod yun na, kaya na even 30, 40, 50, mga walay buot, kaya mga walay na experience, so sige na sila, musugot lang sila nga, kanang relax lang, ana. But when you want to be mature, you really need to evolve, you really need to immerse yourself, no, into experiential learning. Kay lisod kaayo, labo na kung mahita sa realidad sa kinabuhi. Okay, and again, this is really needed when you are a leader. And lastly, we have honesty and integrity. So this resembles with integrity and trustworthiness, no? Pagka matinod-anon o kanang sa imong mga ginabuhat, no? Masaligan po ka sa imong ginabuhat. So employees trust and respect a leader who is honest with his people. So integrity, on the other hand, means um, means abiding by and upholding your morals and ethics. So yan, pag honest ka, di ba, matinod-anon ka, makatrust ang empleyado sa imuha, imong mga kaubanan, hatag yun sila respeto sa imuha. At the same time, when you have integrity, ibig sabihin, naga-follow jud ka, naga-abide ka, naga-uphold ka, no, sa mga morals, sa ethics, no, not just the company, but with the standard of the life that we have. Okay, so that ends the discussion for qualities and traits of a leader. Now at this moment, I'll be asking questions from the body. Anyone? Ganahan kay kung mangutana mo or mag-share mo og inputs. Wala may pangutana, let me hear na lang mga inputs ninyo. Anyone? Any volunteer? Brave enough to volunteer. Wala na ningog. Julia Gatchalian, murag wala pa na ko ni siya nadunggan ever na oral recitation. Julia? Julia Gatchalian. Wala, Julia, mabutang 0, yun ako mabutang ani sa kuan ba. Sa oral recitation, kaya di man ko tubagon. Si Vicky daw, Vicky Loha. Kaya marag every time nga mag-klase ta, kay mag-out niya, balik, anak, jud always. Vicky? Vicky Loha. Hello, Vicky. Hindi man sila maningog. Audio check, Miss Bacos.
Yes, ma'am.
Audio check lang po. Klaro akong tingog. Dili karat-karat.
Yes po, ma'am. Klaro po, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, dear. So, which means to say, dili na ako ma-blame akong kaugalingon nga di madunggan kay very clear akong internet connection karon. So, sa akong mga ginatawag, inyohan na ng problema. Hindi mo manubag, udi ko ninyo tubagon. Bahala mo. Okay, si ano na lang, Leia May na lang, pasaylo. Leia May. Uy, hala ka, uy. Nga di sila maningog sa ako, Judeline. Sherlyn Cabrajales. What good sila? Jamaica. What good? Iris Faith.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Ayan, sige. Si ano na lang muna. Irish Faith, Pastor.
Po, ma'am.
Ayan, sige. This question goes for you. Kindly explain at least one of the quality and traits of a leader. Choose among the 16 traits and qualities I have discussed. And then you explain it on your own. Kung sa imo ang nasabtan.
Tignan sa ma'am. Mili ko, ma'am.
Okay, sige.
Ang ako, ma'am, kaning number 5, ma'am, openness.
Okay, sige there. Go on.
So, kaning openness, ma'am, as a leader, dapat open-minded ka, ma'am, o kanang open ka nga maka-experience ng mga new things, ma'am, kay usually mga individuals nga dili siya open, ma'am, sa mga ano kay our law in openness, ma'am, kay muna siya mga tao nga di siya ganahan mo ka-experience new things, then kaning mga open ng mga tao, ma'am, kay tend to be intellectually curious, creative, ug imaginative. Example, ana, kanang kwatong gihimo ganina kanang mga tao nga gusto sila mag-try of something new. Mao, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, very good. Thank you, Irish, for sharing. No? So, yung sinabi nga ni Irish, openness means you are willing to explore no, other things kasi nga you're open to any idea. That's why in openness as well, the leader really acknowledges suggestions or opinions from the body. Okay, thank you, Irish. Let's have Queenie. Gusto siya kumakading ni Queenie ting. Wala po kadong sa tiyong ni Queenie.
Hello, ma'am.
Ayan. Yes, Queenie. Good
Ma'am.
morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Oo, dear. Same with Irish faith, pero except sa openness, hindi mo na siya pwedeng piliin ng openness. Saan dito yung quality and traits na gusto mong makuha or if you don't have it yet, gusto mong i-practice?
Ano, ma'am? Yung yung self-assurance, ma'am.
Sige, okay. Why?
Kaya sa kanang dapat kung as a leader, ma'am, kay dapat sure gid ka, ma'am, kung unsa imong kanang sure gid ka sa imong mga ideas or dapat makuha nimo sa imong members, good, ma'am, sa imong co-workers. So para ma-share po nimo, ma'am, ba dapat sure gid ka na dapat i-know nimo ang imong self ba na kaya na kaya good nimo, ma'am. Ana good.
Yeah.
Dapat ka na yes, ma'am. Kana ang gusto na makuan, ma'am, as a leader.
May I know why? Do you have this already? Are you self-assured or you don't have it yet at the moment?
Okay, say man good, ma'am, kanang wala ko'y trust sa akong self, good, ma'am.
Okay. So I hope and pray that you will really have this self-assurance in the near future or maybe in days to come. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Queenie, for sharing. So yun sabi ni Queenie, no? Tama talaga yon. That when you are a leader, you need to make sure that you really know what you are doing. Kaya if wala ka kabalon sa imong ginabuhat, imo ka confident, na dili ka maka-trust imo kaugalingon, then how would you expect that others will trust you? So first, it should begin within yourself. Okay? Thank you, Queenie. Another, we have Jamaica. Murag kapila na dyan ako ni gitawag si Jamaica. Dili ko siya gusto. Ayan, itingong na dyan si Jamaica. Praise the Lord. Sige, Jam. Same question gapon jam. Except na sa katumagi pang case ni Queenie ug ni Irish nga openness o self-assurance. Asa imong ano dire, imong gusto pilion na quality or trait and then you explain as well. Shamika, hello.
Number 12 po, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Conscientiousness. Sige, conscientiousness, dear. Go on.
For me, ma'am, as a leader kay naay mga uban man ba nga gusto nimo tanan mabuhat pero mahadlok lang ka kay mo feel nimo ang negativeness gani ma'am unya. Kabalok ka, dapat kabalok ka kung unsa imong dapat buhaton na maayo para sa imuha kay sa ako ang gudam kay usay kay maka feel kog negative ma'am ba ana gani ma'am.
Okay, so yun yung gusto mo. So, how would you relate conscientiousness if gusto mo magkaroon ng like positive thinking? Ano ba ang dapat na quality na meron ka if you want to have that trait na gusto mo maging positive ka, ganon. Kasi becoming conscientious meaning you are that kind of person na responsible, no? You are persevering, you are what you call it, achievement oriented, kanang gusto nimo murag nasa tama, nasa hanay ang tanan. Hello? Conscientious good imuhang ano? Asa na to si ano? Hello? Sige daw, may punta na, nakalimutan ko punawa siya. Shamika, nawala siya?
Yes.
Nawala siya, no? Nawala si Shamika. Sige lang. Okay, at least naka-recycle siya somehow. But again, conscientiousness, ibig sabihin yun na, ha? Yun na yun, ha? Baka maiba yung explanation. So, siguro, asa man si Kuano, siguro maging, asa man ka, mag-fall si Kuan. Siguro maging, gusto mo niya maging positive daw siya, na siguro maging tough-minded siya, no, or emotional stability. Maybe in these two ways, no, kasi nga ma-handle mga emotion mo and then whatever happens na may mga criticisms ka ma-receive, then you can withstand. So, tough ka. Siguro kaniyang gina-point out, tough-mindedness or emotional stability. Sige, let's have, kinsa pa ba? Corinne, kaibigan. Nagawa na ako ni siya tawag kahapon. Corinne? Yes, Corinne. Kindly choose.
Sa mga
Putol ka, dear. Yes, Corinne. Ano yon?
sa po,
I-type na lang daw, dear. Tapos i-explain. Kay Mara o putol-putol. Palihog kong type, ha? Langga. Let's have muna Marilyn. Go on, Marilyn. Hindi na.
Yes, ma'am.
Sige, what will you choose?
So, kanang ako ang i-choose, ma'am, kay kung if ever na kanang mahimo kong leader, ma'am, ang qualities na gusto nako kanang i-enhance, ma'am, kay although kanang daghan pa ko kanang kinahanglan, ma'am, pero sa current na situation ako, ma'am, ang kinahanglan ako karon, ma'am, kay emotional stability kay kanang kung magkamali gud ko dayon, kay kanang ako dayon siyang iinta katong sa mga past nako na mali, ma'am, ba, tapos maisa siya tanan, tapos kanang dili na ko ma-handle ang self, tapos ma-ruin nako tanan mga plano gud ako, ma'am. Tapos mao to siya, ma'am, kanang kailangan ko ang emotional stability sa karon, ma'am, na situation ako, ma'am.
Ayun, that's nice, no? The very first thing that we can withstand that we can survive in the life that we have is the acceptance. And I like the sharing of Marilyn when he said that in her current situation right now, she wants to have emotional stability kasi nga pag may na-experience siya, murag maruwen daw ang iyang mga plans, iyang gusto buhaton kasi dili siya emotionally stable. And yun na nga, I like it. I would like to appreciate na gi-accept na nimo nga pagkukulang sa imong kaugalingon, Marilyn. I wish and pray also na in time, na in the days to come, you can really develop emotional stability kasi maganda kung meron tayo nitong lahat, no? Whatever happens in our life, naman tayo problema ang pagsubok, kanang maka-withstand ta, makayanan nato, ma-overcome nato, no? Because again, we have emotional stability. Now, my advice for you, Mayor, para magkaroon ka o magkaroon ka ng emotional stability. First is you really need to know yourself. No, ilahon ni may kaugaling ka kung di mo ka kailan sa kaugalingon, dili ka kabalon sa overreact. Naka dapat tinatawag na to intrapersonal relationship. No, meron tayong interpersonal relationship, our relationship to others. But first and foremost, we need to have intrapersonal. We know who we really are. No, from there, kung naila na to tong kaugalingon natin mga self-reflection, then mas mahinahinay na to kung saan may mahitabo sa itong kaugalingon, whatever happens or whatever difficulties, challenges na mahitabo, makayanan na to kay tungod, kailan mata sa itong kaugalingon. We can say to ourselves, okay, problema lang ka, no? I have a bigger God. Problema lang ka, but this is me. I can handle you. Ano man di ugnay problema, ayaw lang kayo ipakonsum yung kaugalingon. Whatever happenings, whatever problem, whatever challenge that you are with right now, Marilyn, always make sure na you have your family, you have your friends, you can even have me to share with. And also, if you cannot link it with others, you have yourself to assess, to think over, and kanang una gyud nga what we call that, kanang kaya gyud nimo ang life and ayaw jud pagpadaig sa problema. Okay? Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yan. We have Corinne, kaibigan. So, nawala pala ng connection ni Corinne. Sabi niya, maturity po to ako, ma'am. Sige. Maturity, go on. Paki-explain, Corinne.
Maturity po, ma'am, kay para sa ko, na fully pack na po ang katong maturity, ma'am. Nandito ang katong sa openness, emotional stability, o tough-mindedness. Kay kung matured ka maghunahuna, ma'am, ibig sabihin kaya kabulo ka unsa ani mo pag-deal tong mga problema as a leader, mas stable-minded ka unsa ani mo siya pag-handle. Then as a student karon, ma'am, sa situation na mo, kailangan jud maging mature ka. Sa ani mo pag-handle sa mga butang.
Ayun.
To, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Corinne. So, ang kay Corinne naman is yung maturity yung gusto niyang makuha ba? Or you already have it now?
Gina-improve pa, ma'am.
Gina-improve. Okay, that's good thing, no? Kasi sa buhay naman talaga natin, we always start from the beginning and then we're gonna develop it hanggang sa ma-master na talaga natin. Hindi pa man natin master, at least you have acknowledged it in yourself that you really want to develop that quality or that trait, no? So maganda din talaga magkaroon ng maturity kasi yun na nga, it's like sabi nga ni Corinne, no? Walang jump pack na dira ang emotional stability and tough-mindedness, no? Ang nanadra ang openness kasi nga you are able to adapt, you can able to cope up, no, kung sa man ang mga panghitabo. And basahin ko lang ang answer ni Jamaica, sinend niya daw sa GC, sabi niya number 12 daw ang sa kanya, conscientiousness. Kasi for me, ma'am, as a leader, ma'am, na ay mga butang na gusto nimo mabuhat ang tanan, pero mahadlok lang kay maka-feel kang negative sa mind nimo po. Pero para sa ako, sa leader, ma'am, mas kabalo ka sa yung ginabuhat para sa mind pa. Para sa maayo ka na leader. Okay. So, kung i-relate natin, conscientiousness, ibig sabihin, you are responsible or you are persevering. So, dili siguro nga point gusto i-connect ni Jamaica. Okay? Sige. Thank you. Right. Mm, hmm? Um, wait lang saglit ha, kay na ay nag-ano sa ako na ay nangita. Na ay nangita sa ako. Wait lang. Doon sa ako kadali. Saglit. Okay, so going back, no? So again, these qualities and traits are really helpful for you to become an effective leader. And I really hope now with the discussion that we have, that with the sharing that you have shared, no, we're gonna go on not just for today, but for the rest of our lives. Kasi nga, these are very good things that we can apply, no, and we can develop. Okay, so are you still up for another lesson? No, so we'll have the leadership theories. No, according to Bitan, no, there are 9 leadership theories, but there are a lot more than this. No, pero for the purpose of our discussion, we're gonna discuss only these 9 leadership traits or leadership theories. Okay, so the first leadership theory is the uh, great man theory, no, or great man theory. So when we say great man theory, this assumes that the capacity for leadership is inherent. So that great leaders are born, not made. So the theorists portray great leaders are heroic, mythic, and destined to rise to leadership when needed. The term great man was used because at the time leadership was thought of primarily a male quality, especially in terms of military leadership. So, kung merong nagaingon nga leadership are not born, they are made, kani pod kabaliktaran, no? Sa great man theory, ilang gina-assume nga a great leader okay, a great leader, sabi nila, a, a great leader is born daw, not made. Ibig sabihin, innate na. No, kung sa Bisaya pa kanang natawo na jud ka nga you are really born to lead, ana ba nga statement, no? Dili siya tested by time, dili siya gihon, but you are really born to become a leader. Mo niyang ilhang to because again, during this theory or during this time, they believe that di ba ka ng mga like mga kalalakihan natay tradition or even in the Bible mostly ang nagalid jud is mga lalaki, no, very inferior good ang mga babae, superior good always ang lalaki nga sila good ang nagalid, no. So that's the origin of this theory, great man meaning leaders daw, no. This is an assumption nga ang leader is innate na siya na, you are really born to become a leader and you are not made to become one. Another is trait theory. This assumes that people inherit certain qualities and traits that make them better suited to leadership. So from the word trait, no? So ang leader daw, say, lagay ko ha. Trait assume that people inherit certain qualities and traits Okay, so assume that people inherit certain qualities and traits that make them better suited to leadership. So, assumption gihapon nga ang leader or kani nga tao has an inherent qualities and traits. Pero atong ipa-explain ginato ganina, itong mga conscientiousness, maturity, and so on. So, ibig sabihin kani siya nag-assume nga naanag yun daw ni siya sa ka-leader. Naanag yun daw ka ato nga mga qualities and traits nga haom no sa iyahang leadership. All right? Then we have behavioral theories. Okay, we have behavioral theories. So this theory And so when we say behavioral theories naman, these are rooted in in behaviorism, which focuses on the actions or leaders, not on their mental qualities or internal states. Again, rooted in behaviorism, which focuses on the actions of leaders, not on their mental qualities and internal states. So, nagaugat niya siya na kayo daw nga leader, naga-focus na siya sa action. Again, di ba behavior, pag sinabi natin behavior, na-discuss natin ito na these are the act of a certain person that impacted or that can impact our emotions, our feelings, diba? And attributes. So with that, this theory is really assuming na ang isa ka leader kay naga-focus jud sa unsa ang iyahang mabuhat, unsa iyang action, no? Unsa iyahang things nga ma-input, ma-share sa isa ka organization. Okay, another is leadership theory is contingency theory. When we say contingency theory, this focus on a particular variables related to the environment that might determine which particular style of leadership is best suited for situation. According to this theory, no leadership is best in all situations. Or contingency, ibig sabihin you have mga alternatives, you have other ways to do for a certain action to become effective. No? So, ang ingon ani nga leadership theory, wala daw leadership style nga pinaka the best. No, magdepende gyud daw na siya sa situation. Let's say karon, mga gahi kayo ug ulo ang imong mga subordinates di maminaw sa imuha. Then you employ autocratic leadership, no? O karon, napoy mga tao nga dili pud maminaw sa imuha. Kay tungod daghan kay sila mga idea. Then you can employ democratic leadership. So magdepende na siya, no, kung unsa ang situation nga naa ka. That's why it's called contingency theory kasi nga you're gonna blend in kung unsa ang naa ka nga situation. Alright? Then we have situational theory. When you say situational theory, This theory proposed that leaders choose the best course of action based upon situation variables. So different styles of leadership may be more appropriate for certain types of decision making. So it's the same way kung sa contingency, wala sila nagatuo or nag-assume ni nga wala yung pinaka the best leadership style kay magdepende siya unsa ka nga event o sa mga situation kani same gihapon siya pero naga-focus lang siya nga ang imuhang leadership style mag-vary kung unsa ka nga sitwasyon nga naa. Right? And we have participative theory. When we talk of participative theory, this theory suggests that ideal leadership style is the one that takes the input of others into account. So, ibig sabihin, ina-appeal, participative, no? You include everyone, no? It's like becoming democratic, no? Gina-acknowledge nimo ang uban ideas. Now, this leadership style really acknowledges the ideas, the suggestions, the inputs of others. No? So, muna siya ang theory po aning leadership. Aning leadership. And then we have transactional leadership. Na-discuss na natin po. This is known as managerial leadership that focuses on the role of supervision, organization, and group performance. So this is a style of leadership in which the leader promotes compliance to his followers through both rewards and punishment. So transactional, the leader really focus on the work itself, the task itself. So unsa na niya, naghahatag siya reward for those highly performers or punishment for those who are not performing. Okay, so na-equivalent tanan. Kung transaction failed, is, syempre maghatag siya punishment. But if the transaction or the work or the task is successful, then maghatag siya ng reward. Then transformational leadership. So, kahapon na-discuss pa rin. Leadership style that enhances the motivation, morale, and performance of the followers. Kasi nga, very, kasi term, ang kanisya nga leader or kanisya nga leadership theory is very, nang mangunay good siya ba, maging connected yun siya sa ihang mga team, sa ihang mga subordinates, sa ihang colleague. Kasi nga, that this leader really is after for the development, for the growth of his or her colleague. Kasi nga gusto niyang maging ma-transform. That's why, di ba, this is called, or this was tagged as the best leadership style of all, the transformational leadership. And we have the last theory, which is the House and Mitchell. So this describes 4 styles of leadership. So 4 styles of leadership, which are supportive leadership, directive leadership, participative leadership, and achievement-oriented leadership. Yan. So again, House and Mitchell focuses on the 4 styles of leadership. So una, supportive. So from the root word support, so this leader really considers the follower as really a helping hand. No? Kailangan dyan sila magtabang para maging successful sa kataas. So there is really a need of support. Directive leadership, meaning the followers or the leader tells the followers what needs to be done and gives appropriate guidance along the way. So direct, no, naghatag og direction ang leader, nag-ingon sa followers, sa subordinates niya, sa buhaton. Pero at the same time, naghatag po siya appropriate, tama nga guidance. And then we have another style, participative. So syempre mga follower, gina-take into account ang ilang mga ideas, as what I have said. No, under participative, ang iyong mga suggestion, yung mga opinions are really relevant. Gina-consider yun siya ni leader. And lastly, we have achievement-oriented. The leader sets challenging goals, both in work and self-improvement. So high standards are demonstrated and expected. The leader shows faith in the capabilities of the followers to succeed. So, kani siya nga leadership style really is more on motivating the follower or the subordinates to move forward, to succeed in whatever things that they do. Kasi nga, gina-expect ani nga leadership style or ani nga leader that everyone is really putting high standard or high quality in the work that they do. Okay? Yeah. Questions, clarification so far?
None, ma'am.
None so far.
Tapusin na lang natin ha para, kasi di ba twice a week lang naman dapat talaga tayo mag-meet. Tapusin na lang natin yung last topic, which is the types of power in the workplace. So, napag-alaman na natin no, kung saang leader, kung saang meaning sa leadership, kung saang 4 factors sa leadership, kung saang mga qualities and traits, kung saang leadership styles, no? Kung saang tamang buhaton para maging effective leader ka. Now, we will gonna discuss the types, no? Sa power na nakasasunod sa pagpanarbaho or inside the working environment or inside the workplace. No? We have first the coercive or the punishment power. So when we say coercive or punishment power, this is the power that a person has because he or she has control of the punishment or the emotions. No? People fear the consequence of not doing what has been asked of them. So managers who have the authority to reprimand and fire the employees hold this type of power. Kasi nga, ang ginagamit ani nga panghadlok ani nga leader is the punishment. No? Kani siya nga type of power is you coerce, di ba? There is coercion, there is a force no, being used, no? Or there is punishment nga gina-employ sa mga workers para mahadlok sila, and with that, since mahadlok sila, ningkamot sila nga maging maayo ang ilahang trabaho. And also, ang sa mga punishment ani niyang ginagamit like mag-reprimand, kasaban ka, reprimand, kasaban ka, or i-fire ka, tanggalon ka. So this, di ba? This is the kind of power that we fear, no? Kung magpanarbaho na tapon, mahadlok pa yung takasabaan ta. Ngunang tarungon na to ang trabaho. Or mahadlok yung the worst, nga ma-fire ta, syempre. Asan lang tamang itag trabaho. So this is that kind of power. Then we have another connection power. Now when we talk of connection power, this is based upon who you know. No, nga no, because this person knows and has the ear and other powerful people within the organization. So, kaya siya nga power, masuog ka ng nasa mga espiya. No? Kani siya nga power in the workplace is dapat magtinarong jud ka nga empleyado because makabalo ni siya nga leader. No? Nasa mga ears, nasa mga dalunggan, no? Inside the organization na makabalo ka, unsa imong mga nahibalaan. No? Then, if this kind of leader has in the leader or is present in the leader that you have, then you might as well fear that kind of leader. Kasi nga, connection ang iyahang power eh. So, kung kinsa yung mga kaila, no? So, mo to yung paboran, nasa mga dalunggan, nasa mga hearing ability inside the organization na makabalugid siya. Then we have expert or knowledge power. So syempre, based on the knowledge that a person may have, that others may not. So in this power comes from a person's expertise, and it's commonly a person with an acclaimed skill or accomplishment. So, syempre, from that word pala, expert or power, so nagyo siya kahibalo. No? So, if the person really knows what he or she is do, or she really have a thorough knowledge on the things that he will let others have or let others do, kadlukan dyan siya. Ay, mas kung saan siya, di ka pwede makapangatik ani sa iyahang leader, di ka pwede mag-chart sa imong work. Kaya again, expert siya eh. Naa siya knowledge. No? So magtinarong jud ka dapat. Then we have informational power. So when you talk of informational power, this is possessed by a person who has access to valuable or important information. Okay, so information nga. So, di ba, information is very powerful, no? Kasi nga, meron kang maraming makuha, mga ideas, mga, let's say, strategies, mga methods. So, this kind of power is really also valuable. Kasi nga, a person has the access, no, of the valuable or important information. So, we say, important, kailangan yun siya, very essential siya. So if nakakaani nga power, then you can really be, let's say, respected, or you can really be valued. And then another, we have legitimate or position power. So this power is based on the position or title that one person may have. So this is related to a person's title and job responsibilities, or legit jud na power. No, let's say president ka, so very legit jud no ang imong power, because you are in the highest position in the company. No, ikaw ang gamhanan sa tanan. So legit jud imong power. Na kay ikaw magdala, ikaw ang tag-iya or CEO sa company. Then we have referent power. This is based solely on attractive this is attractive characteristics that a person may have. Yan. So, or referent power from the word refer. No, ang imong power is based solely on the attractive characteristic that a person may have. Example, sundon ka sa mga tao because you are referred as a strong-willed person. No, kanang like before, my referent person is Chris Aquino. Na siya referent power para sa ako. Kasi nga, when she talks, no, kanang madala ka, kanang very witty. Na even Boy Abunda, very witty. Whatever questions you will throw to them, ma-answeran yun nila. So, I consider them, no, na naa sila referent power. Kasi nga, maka-base, no, ang ubang tao sa ilang characteristic, makatuo sa ilaha, mapasunod or sa mga maka-influence sila over the others kasi nga, they have that specific characteristic in them. So if you have that kind of, or if you want to become a leader, no, might as well you will develop the power of referent, no, kasi nga when you are referent, parang ikaw tong gina-regard, ikaw tong ginatanaw, ikaw tong gina-model sa ubang tao. Kasi buutan ka, ay ganahan ko ni sir, respetuhon jud ako maayo si sir. Tarungon jud na ako og dala akong trabaho kasi nga nakita na ako siya as my role model. Kasi you have the power, the referent power. Then we have reward power. Now, the power that a person has because he or she has control of the resources. So, kani nga power, siya literally na siya yung mga resources, na siya yung mga materials nga naa sa iyaha. Now, you will have the ability to bestow rewards which might come in the form of job assignments, schedules, pay, or benefit. Say, manager ka, then you will have the reward power kasi pwede ka makatalaga, no, sa imong assignment nga hatag sa imong mga under, no, or boss ka, okay, then you can have the reward power kasi nga maka-determine ka if they are recommendable, and then with that, okay, imong evaluation, magtaas imong benefits or magtaas imong pay. Then we have another power, the gender, no? Dealing with someone of the opposite sex can confer power. No? So we have videotaped many organization case studies in which the turning point came when a woman casually touched a man's hand and arm to make her point. So, apil po di siya nga power, no? Kuyaw kaayo. inside sa organization in which nga di ba ang babae ay ano ba tayo lalaki diri inside sa sa class karon. Parang sinilo ra no. Sinilo ug si Glendo. Si Glendo. I don't know if they will agree with me pero if I may speak in behalf kanang ang mga babae mangunay ability nga marag maka-convince sila no sa ubang tao when they try to explain their point. Especially syempre mag-matter magginano ka ng kanang very pleasurable to look at, kanang very formal, guwapa, hamis, good nang factor na siya gender sa tapos tapo na babae. Kanang marag na siya art of conveying everyone ba. So sabi nga ni Ditan kaning author sa libro nga atong ginagamit for our discussion. Sabi niya nag-videotape daw sila og many mga negotiations. It's a case study in which it turned out na ang mga babae daw casually when they casually touch ginahikap nila ang kamot or arm sa uban ng mga tao, they can really make a point kanang mapahayag gyud niya and maminaw gyud tong iyang ginaistorya. Kasi sometimes kasi ang mga lalaki manggod say kanang mura they tend to just share or they tend to just express the feelings, the idea that they have pero dili kay sila more putting on the emotion. Si babae kasi more on pa siya mga say gesture nga and then pamalumanay nga tingog mo nang most of the time kanang magamit yun siya nga power. So that's it. And then lastly, we have charisma or personal power. Balik-balik lang na nato ni-discuss, no? Pero this means that people can convey their personal power. And are people, there are also people who have master the fine art of charisma. Or katong giingon nga na siya magnetic personality, no? If you have this kind of magnetic personality, then you can influence others, no? Marag nakay-drive na mapabuhat ang ubang tao, ma-influensyahan ang ubang tao na makabuhat sa imong gusto mabuhaton, like mga task, no? A thing that you want to accomplish with inside the organization. Okay? So I guess that ends our discussion. Yeah, that ends our discussion for lesson 8. Any question, timing, pod, kay it's 12 noon. Nalampas sobra ta oras. Almost 2 hours ta, pero the good thing is nahuman dyan na itong ang discussion. Question, clarification, violent reaction. Naa ba? Mga pangutana?
Wala ma.
Wala. Okay. So again, I would like to thank you everyone for attending our virtual class. So we had twice a week online discussion this week, no? Or twice na online discussion this week. And I hope you will review, no? Ako na po niya siyang i-upload sa YouTube and then I hope i-review ninyo siya para ma-review mo para na-amoy guide sa upcoming na itong final exam which will be next week. Okay? So, thank you so much for attending and keep safe everyone. God bless. Have a sumptuous lunch. Klase ta sa bar 213, 1 p.m. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Sige, thank you. Bye-bye. God bless.